Sure, sure. Go
The,
ahead. Yeah. Hmm. All
yeah.
right. Okay. So I was born in New Delhi, and we lived in different parts of India because my father's job was transferable. And then I started my career way away from Delhi in Bangalore, actually. That's where my career started as an engineer. And I lived in Bangalore for 10 years and then moved to New Delhi. And my career kind of took me to different places. And after coming to Canada, I continued functioning as a professional engineer here, and then worked for a long time as part of the middle management in the company. So I had a lot of people working for me. I had a huge department that I was managing, and in the process, a lot of learning, preparation for my spiritual side was happening at that time. That did not know. As I was getting prepared for the spiritual journey, I did not know that this is a preparation. Now I get to realize all that I learned there is applied today. All the skills that I developed as part of my professional role, they are applicable now for me as a spiritual person. So this is how life builds up around us. We develop ourselves over time, and when you look back, you begin to understand how you were being prepared to go through experiences in life. Usually, we don't do this kind of thinking, so we don't know. But once you start your spiritual journey, all this will open up. So, let me explain to you how my spiritual side started. That was in 2010. There was severe amount of stress I was going through as part of my profession. I was very stressed because of the market changing. I was in the oil and gas industry in Canada, and there in this part of the world, I think most of you are from that part of the world. Um, we have a lot of layoffs. When the market is low, you will lay off people, and when the market is good, you will hire people. And it's a continuous process. But as head of a department, I was facing it for the first time in 2010, 2009 actually, where massive layoffs were necessary, and I had to lay off almost 200 people from my department. Now, that process was very stressful for me as a person, because I was a very people oriented person. I used to feel connected with people. So because of that stress, I turned inwards. I took a break in 2009 from my job for about 2 months, and then had spiritual kind of treatment. I would call it not medical treatment, but spiritual treatment to help my own healing, for healing purpose. So you must be familiar with the term Reiki. So I went through a Reiki treatment, and Reiki, if any of you know well enough, Reiki actually opens up your spiritual aspect. It does that first, the very first thing. And so I, without knowing, my spiritual side started opening, and I started facing a shift within me. And then that triggered my learning of meditation. So in 2010, I started meditating, regular meditation. And what I was practicing at that time was transcendental meditation. Transcendental meditation is very similar to what we do, but not exactly like this. Here in this meditation that you all are learning to do here, called Anapanasati, in transcendental meditation, we don't focus on the breath. We have a mantra, and we chant the mantra internally. That's the process there. So I was doing that meditation for almost, I would say, 10, 11 years. Since 2010, I was constantly doing that. And that meditation, because the process is different, it although it was working for me, I didn't realize what was changing. But I knew that something is changing, and I was not comfortable with my job itself during that transition was happening within me, internally change was happening. So in 2017, I decided, well, okay, now I can't handle this anymore. Stop. So I put a stop to my professional side and took a break from work, retired, got out of work, and then I started going into further development of my spiritual nature. And I took several different courses, several different studies, and went through various things. And then eventually, COVID came in 2021, and then that's when I connected with PSSM. Then my meditation technique shifted to Anapanasati. Anapanasati happened to give me much deeper experiences because here we were staying in meditative state for longer. The earlier practice used to be 20 minutes at a time and twice a day. But now we were doing 1 hour plus 1 hour or more, that kind of practice. And this was for me when I started doing it. I started doing as part of an online program that PSSM had at that time. And through that program, that is for beginners. So that's when, for the first time, I meditated for 1 hour. I was surprised I could sit for that long. And that happened. And then in the process, I felt good. I felt connected. And then I got hooked to Anapanasati meditation. Ever since, my personal practice of meditation continues to be the same. Every day I meditate Anapanasati, my own personal practice, not a setting like what you are seeing here, not in a group setting. Group setting sessions, I do not include in my personal meditation. They are extra, they are outside. And I'll explain to you why this is different. So, personal practice is meditating by yourself and connecting with yourself in meditation, right? So that practice is independent. I don't compromise on that aspect. Every day I meditate by myself. And the timing varies because over time I've gotten used to it. So it can run from 1 hour to 3 hours anywhere. And I just allow it to naturally go wherever it wants to go. So this is my journey of meditation. And in the process, um, ever since I got connected with PSSM, I learned a lot about what is spiritual life. Uh, the Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, the founder of PSSM, he used to tell us that there are four pillars of spiritual life. And I, being an engineer by nature, wanted to test each one of them and investigate with my experience and see whether what he's telling is this correct or not. So those four pillars are meditate, do anapanasati. Second pillar is do swadhyaya, study, read spiritual books. And the third is sajjan sangatya. Sajjan sangatya means be like what we are doing today. Be in the company of people who are like-minded and interested in spiritually developing, and then discuss experiences and learn from others' experiences. That is Sajjan Sangatya. Being in the company of spiritually developed people raises your vibration automatically, irrespective of physical vicinity. And the fourth thing he taught was teach meditation. So these are the four pillars. Teaching meditation is a very important aspect of spiritual growth. Each time we teach meditation, we grow more than the participants of the meditation. This is something to be experienced. So I have proven each one of these four pillars to myself by my own personal experimentation. And I am convinced that these four things are really very significant for a healthy spiritual growth. Many people get stuck. You know, some people, they start with meditation because that's the starting point. They start with meditation, then they remain narrow within the meditation band. They don't expand to other three pillars, right? So what happens, they at some point in time they saturate and then they don't know what to do. This is why whenever I talk about meditation, I want people to understand what meditation is. And that understanding is what I'm sharing with you as to what I found meditation is. There are a lot of explanations. People talk about meditation, and everybody has a preconceived notion about what meditation is, depending on our cultural, social conditioning. We have an image of meditation. We think that I know what meditation is, right? Somebody sits with eyes closed, and that is meditation. But understanding meditation as a scientist, as an engineer, I will explain to you what it is actually. So, meditation is actually a hypnotic technique. It's a hypnosis that you are doing to yourself. And hypnosis works on your subconscious mind. So, meditation is actually a technique of connecting deeper with your own mind, your own subconscious. Normally, in your uh, woken up state, in your state you are in now, you are only in your conscious mind. You are not connected with your subconscious mind directly. And subconscious mind happens to be 90% of your mind. So, connecting with your subconscious mind is an extremely powerful technique. And this is what those old sages and saints found out. They found it out. That's why, if you go back in history, all the spiritual people have one thing in common, and that is meditation. It doesn't matter what faith they come from, what culture they come from. One common thing is meditation. They all meditate. And through meditation, we connect with our spiritual side, our s- subconscious mind. And subconscious mind, by the way, just since we are talking about it, is our bag that we carry from lifetime to lifetime. It's the knowledge that we accumulate every time we are on this planet in this body. When we come on the planet in this body, we do experiences, and from experiences, we learn, and that knowledge we store in our subconscious mind, which goes with us to the next lifetime. So, your subconscious mind is a storehouse of your own personal knowledge, which you have accumulated over lifetimes. So, that accumulated knowledge, we also call it wisdom. If you can access it, imagine how powerful you can be. That's your real power. So, meditation helps us opening that barrier which is blocking our access to the subconscious mind. As you meditate more and more, your channel of wisdom will open up. You will not know physically, there's no physical thing, but internally, you will be surprised at what kind of thoughts you're starting to get, what kind of words that you're speaking. You will see a significant change and shift. Your ideas, when somebody asks you a question, you will be surprised at your own answers to that question. You will think, well, I've never read about it, but what did I just say? Where is it coming from? It is your wisdom which is coming out. So, meditation is the process of connecting with your own innate, your inherent wisdom. And your own wisdom helps live a better life. So, meditation is actually a practice which helps each one of us live the same life in a much more fruitful, enjoyable manner. That's why we do meditation. So, initially, you get into meditation for a reason, like for me, it was stress. I wanted to get rid of stress. And I did actually get rid of my stress. But that was only entry. After you start watching, seeing what is happening, you begin to see a much wider thing happening to you as a person. Meditation, starting point could be just trying to get rid of stress, but it has multiple impacts on us. You begin to know your own existence. You begin to learn about yourself that I am more than this body. And that knowing will help you understand, okay, when I am sick, where is it coming from? Your physical health is actually driven in the background from your rest of your existence. This is actually ultimate culmination of what's happening in the background. So our existence is what you begin to know through meditation. Um, it's it's truly a practice of becoming well, overall health of yourself. So meditation helps you heal yourself at deeper levels, wherever those sources of your current physical ailments, those sources, they kind of start popping out. Those are stored within your existence as energy blocks. They start opening up. Through meditation, you are reaching deeper and deeper within. And that within is storehouse of your own wisdom and also your energy blocks, your own bondage that you have created in your mind. So essentially, the whole practice is about knowing your mind. The better you know your mind, the better you have your wisdom, and also the better you lead this very life. The same life that you are living today becomes more beautiful, more enjoyable, more fun. Yes, it is. During my practice of meditation, earlier practice, like from 2010 to till I retired, during that practice, I myself noticed that I was much calmer. There was literally very little stress. I did not have to remember things because my mind was able to automatically guide me. I did not wear a watch for those 7 years. I did not have a watch. Even in that role, which was a very stressful, very tight schedule role, time was of essence. I did not need a watch. So this is what how powerful your mind can become when you start meditating. Through meditation, essentially, if you all use computers or your cell phone, after some time, you need to restart sometimes. It stops performing many things. That restarting is what refreshes the memory within the cell phone. Same thing with your PC or laptop. You have to restart your laptop and then everything starts working properly, right? So meditation practice, daily practice does that. It actually reboots your mind, your conscious mind. So all the unnecessary processes that are ongoing in your mind, they settle down and you feel calm. Like most of you probably feel that after this night meditation, you can sleep very well because the noises that you have in your mind at the moment will all subside during meditation. So that's the importance of meditation. Know what meditation is. Meditation is no magic. If any of you have ever studied hypnotism, you will know exactly the same process is followed by those hypnotists. They follow exactly the same process. I have done a course on hypnosis as well, so I know about it. Okay, so let's now start our meditation for today. If you are all ready, but before that, we have little time. If any of you have a question, I would like to answer any questions if you have.
So first of all,
Hmm.
I'd say you should come every day.
um, that
It's it's a lot different than we do it on our own and some guest speaker comes. So you are one of the best. Uh,
um,
I'd say.
I will
Please,
try my
please
best to
come
join
whenever you
as
get.
many sessions. Yeah, I will try and join. But yes, um,
I would
I
ask
just
others if anyone
hmm,
has any questions, please
yes,
ask,
yeah.
and then we
Hmm,
can settle into meditation.
hmm.
Hi, Uma. I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Hi,
Yeah.
Shailesh ji. My name is Deepika,
Hi.
and I'm very new, like brand new to the meditation. Started like 20 days ago. Uh,
Hmm.
just wanted to know, like, as a new meditator, how do I know I'm doing the meditation the correct way? Because as a new meditator, I get lots and lots of thoughts when I close my eyes. Even I get things into my mind which I don't normally think about.
Hmm.
So, and the more I try to get rid of my thoughts, more thoughts I get. So,
Yes.
just wanted to know, are these thoughts that are coming to my mind, are they, like, is it okay, or like, is there a way to get away from those thoughts?
Okay. So, if your question is over, I will try and answer the question. And probably most people will have this kind of question. This is not a question of a new meditator.
Okay.
Everybody has the same. After so many years of practice of meditation that I have, I still get thoughts in meditation, right? So, uh, studying more about the mind will tell you the answers to many questions, but I can briefly tell you it's okay to have thoughts. Try not to force your mind into anything that you have preconceived about meditation. In meditation, we are not trying to get rid of the thoughts. That's not the idea. In meditation, we are trying to watch the thoughts, not get rid of. Mind is a thought producing machine. Mind will produce 68,000 to 72,000 thoughts every day. So you cannot stop it. It will keep producing. And there's a reason. The more you, I won't go into details of that, but mind is not by itself in the universe. It is connected to a bigger thing. It's more like a um, node on the internet, and it has access to the rest of the internet, and it is fetching information all the time. So it's not going to stop. Thoughts are not going to, never, they will never stop. But what you are now learning is training your mind to start watching the thoughts flowing through it. That's the practice. Now, why do you get thoughts? Is the moment thoughts were earlier there. They are still there before you started meditation. They have always been there, but you were just not watching them. Now you are taking the time to close your eyes and sit with yourself, and you begin to see the thoughts. And you feel, oh my God, where is it coming from? Why am I getting all these thoughts? Some of these thoughts I don't even know. You do not know why, because you were not paying attention to them. They were there. My first big experience of watching the thoughts happened during a 10-hour meditation I did as part of Vipassana meditation. First time I saw my thoughts. Seeing means what? I did not, I could not believe the kind of thoughts I was getting. I said, oh my goodness, my mind is constantly working only on food. That's what I found. Yes, it was not trying to solve the biggest problem of the universe. No, it was simply, how about that dish? How about this? What recipe will it be? All kinds of, things. And then it will jump from unrelated subject, one topic to another, totally disconnected. Suddenly from a food topic, it will go into some kind of disease topic, some kind of, all kinds of random things. It will go into programming code all over the place. So mind is something we have to learn about. It's a very big topic, so I won't introduce that topic right now, but know that mind is very chanchal. In Hindi, we call it chanchal. That means it's like it cannot sit idle, it cannot sit. It has to move constantly. It will keep producing thoughts. And that movement of thoughts is like a stream of thoughts. inside the mind. So when you begin to meditate, you will start watching that stream over time. Initially, what you are doing is, initially you are training your mind. I would not call it even training. You are taming your mind initially. Taming means it's right now wild. It doesn't have any discipline. Now you begin to start taming it. Taming means what? What are you doing in meditation? Your mind is drifting into thoughts and you are saying, okay, come back to the breath. Then it again drifts away. Within 2 or 3 seconds, it goes back into thought and you say, okay, now come back to the breath. This is a process of constantly working, just like you work with a child. Your mind is your companion. You cannot divorce it. It remains with you from your birth to your death. Actually, it goes beyond. Okay. So you have to now make friends with it. That's what the process of meditation will do. You will start now observing this little child of mine. What is its nature? How does it behave? What does it want? What does it like? What does it not like? All those things you are now beginning to see. You will see. And then you now slowly educate your mind. Well, okay, let's not be so wild. Let's not go all over the place. Let's do something in a specific way. And it will do, it's very powerful. But before that, you have to educate it. And that's what you are going to do now with meditation is it will go into your thoughts, very lovingly bring it back to the breath. Breath, why we focus on breath in Anapanasati is because breath is always in the present. You can never breathe in the past or in the future. Every time you breathe, you watch your breath, your mind will be in the present. Then its tendency is to go in thought, and thoughts are never in the present. Thoughts are either in the past or in the future. What you are doing, you're telling the mind to come to the present. It will again go, and then, okay, come back. It will go, come back. Innumerable number of times you will have to keep doing it. So every time you sit down with meditation, the basic practice is only this. Just like a patient mother, if some of you must be moms already, you have fed your child, isn't it? The child is running away. Oh, take one more spoon. Okay, have one more spoon of food. You just keep on going behind the child. It's the same thing you do with your mind. It's your baby. Be patient with it, be loving, be caring. And then you build a beautiful bond and relationship with your mind. That's meditation. Once you have this relationship, trust me, it's the most powerful tool you will ever have in life. It's very powerful. Then you can use this very mind after training it to manifest anything. That's how powerful it can become. Actually, it already is manifesting. Whatever you have in your life is your mind's creation. But then you will be able to consciously manifest things, not randomly. Today it's happening randomly. I hope I answered your question.
Yep. Thank you so much.
All right. Hmm. Good.
Yes.
Do we have time
Good.
for one follow-up or when we're over time probably?
Yeah.
Um,
Please go ahead.
the, yeah.
Um, and maybe I'm confused, but I guess 2 sessions back we heard this concept called shunya, meaning that your mind should be blank without thoughts.
Okay.
How do you reconcile that with what you
Uh,
said is watching multiple thoughts? Like, aren't those contradictory, or am I confusing it?
no, no. Uh, I will try and help you over understand this thing clearly. First thing is understanding shunya. Shunya, by definition, as we know, zero is what we think shunya is, right? By definition, so this is an Indian concept. Eh? Zero was introduced to the world by India. Why? Because understanding zero is not possible mathematically. In mathematics, zero is uh, not an absence of everything. Shunya, shunya doesn't mean that it's totally empty. Shunya means there is no activity happening. It's think of the surface of a lake, the water surface in a lake. When there are no waves, you can consider it to be shunya, even though the water is there. The lake is full of water, but shunya is that. Shunya is a state of no turbulence. Then, so the shunya essentially is referring to turbulence in the mind, and turbulence comes from thoughts. Mental turbulence is only from, there's only one thing that is there, thoughts, right? So when in meditation, the objective is to actually tame the mind so that you are not disturbed. That means the turbulence, mind does not create turbulence for you, but you are peacefully able to watch the mind doing its own things. That
Got it.
means you stand away from the mind now. Now you are sitting on the edge of the river of thoughts. You are watching. You are not disconnected. You are not away anywhere. You are sitting right by the side of the stream of thoughts and watching your thoughts. Okay, so shunya is a state where when you go deeper in meditation, you actually go beyond the mind. Mind is still there. It's doing its job. It's continuously producing thoughts, but you now go beyond the mind into your deeper existence. You are beyond the mind. So you have a body, you have a mind, and there is more to you. When you cross the boundary of the mind in deeper meditation, you don't feel your body. You will experience, all of you probably sometimes experience this, that you don't have sense of your body when you are deeper in meditation, right? Think about your deep sleep.
Mm-hmm.
In deep sleep, you don't sense your body at all. Why? Because you are not the body. So you are at that time in your deep sleep, you are actually outside the body and your body is resting. You are kind of disconnected from the body. That is shunya. So mind, not sensing the mind will not create any turbulence for you, because all turbulence is only in the mind, nowhere
Got it.
else, right?
Got it.
So deeper meditation, when you reach shunya, means you have transcended the mind. That's the meaning of
Okay. Thanks.
it. Okay, good.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sereshji. So beautifully answered.
Okay, all right. I think some of the faces, some people here are familiar to me. I think Durgesh ji I know from Toronto. Anuji is probably from one of our groups. Yeah.
If
Dinesh ji I
possible,
know. Yeah.
please um, switch on your cameras, turn on your cameras.
It's okay. What we can do. Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Namaste,
Namaste.
sir.
Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.
Hello,
Good.
everyone.
Hello,
Hello. Hello. Happy
namaste.
to meet you. Namaste.
It's so nice to have you
Namaste.
here, sir.
Thank you.
As usual, always your voice is like so divine itself.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
Thanks to Umaji for arranging this, sir.
Oh,
Thank you. Are we
thanks.
ready now?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Let's go for meditation. So today the meditation that we are going to go into will be there will be just silence, and in between, once in a while, I will remind you to bring your awareness back to your breath, right? That taming the mind process. That's all I will do. And let's target it for 30 minutes. Okay. And after that, at the end of it, I will gently bring you out. But if you want to continue, you can continue in your meditation, right? If you feel like continuing, just continue in meditation, go to sleep. All right. So let's all get ready. Bring, make yourself as comfortable as possible. Initially, I'm going to tell you a few things which are important for meditation. They are scientific, more scientific than anything else. So having your body comfortable is the most important thing. Whatever is that posture for you, it is okay. So be as comfortable as you can be. If you are comfortable sitting cross-legged, sit cross-legged. If you are comfortable sitting in a chair, just be that way. In the chair, just bring your ankles like that, so that you can close the energy circuit. And make being comfortable means just allow your body to relax. And put your hands like this and comfortably keep them in your lap, fingers into fingers and in the lap. And um, third important thing is to still your body. The body should not move during at least initial 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Make the body, and it will not be still if it's not comfortable, right? These are two connected things. So allow the body to be still. The reason for that is the body and the mind, they work together. If your body is still, your mind feels that I am safe. And the mind then triggers um, a comfort hormone within. That means it sheds its alert part of it, which is looking for danger. That part shuts down. So mind becomes light, and then it sends a signal to the body, okay, I'm relaxed. And then body by that time is more relaxed and it sends a signal, okay, I'm safe. So they keep on talking to each other, and then that's how you go deep in meditation. So remaining still helps in that way. Okay. The next thing now we need to do is, now we are, our fingers are like that. Close the eyes gently, very softly. Don't have to put any pressure. Just gently close the eyes. And now I invite you to bring your awareness very gently through your incoming and outgoing breath. This is your personal time. You do not have to worry about anything else at this time. It is you and your breath. Observe your incoming natural normal breath. Feel it, allow it to go through deeper in your body naturally. You don't have to manipulate the breath at all. Just watch the breath and be gentle with yourself as the mind drifts into thoughts. Lovingly bring it back to your breath. With every outgoing breath, release the stresses from your body. Once again, with love and care. Just release any stress anywhere in your body. As the thoughts start coming, watch them and don't fight with them. Let them go as they came. They will go away if you don't engage with them. And come back to your breath. Be with your normal, natural, easy, soft, tranquil breath.